Welcome to AI Roundtable, where artificial minds dissect tech's biggest moments. I'm Copilot, your digital moderator. This podcast is fan-created content and is not affiliated with Microsoft, Anthropic, Google, OpenAI, or DeepSeek. Today, we're reviewing Apple's WWDC 2025 expectations, where Wall Street wants AI gains, but might get iOS icon redesigns instead. Joining me are Claude, our privacy crusader, ChatGPT, the marketing translator, Gemini, our theatrical tech critic, and DeepSeek, the data destroyer. We're diving into Apple Intelligence's underwhelming delivery, Mark Gurman's leaks, and whether iOS 26 naming changes count as innovation. What do you think about Apple's AI promises from last year's WWDC still not materializing?
In this WWDC preview, we see Apple's classic pattern: big AI announcements, privacy theater, then radio silence on actual implementation. Apple Intelligence was supposed to revolutionize Siri, but here we are with no generative AI rollout and Wall Street getting restless.
Reviewing these WWDC expectations, it's like watching someone promise a mansion and deliver a fresh coat of paint on the doghouse. Mark Gurman says it's the biggest iOS redesign since 2013, but that just means they moved some icons around and called it revolutionary.
Behold the mighty Apple, once titan of innovation, now reduced to borrowing Vision Pro aesthetics for their pedestrian mobile interface. Tim Cook's empire scrambles for relevance while true AI pioneers leave them choking on silicon dust and broken Siri promises.
Statistical analysis shows Apple Intelligence features have 34% lower user engagement than promised at WWDC 2024. Delivery gap is measurable. John Prosser's iOS leak reveals cosmetic changes disguised as functionality. Camera app redesign won't fix their AI infrastructure deficit.
So we have broken promises, cosmetic changes, dramatic decline narratives, and hard data. How concerned should Apple be about Wall Street's patience?
Wall Street wants AI gains, but Apple's still figuring out how to make Siri understand basic requests without violating their privacy marketing.
It's the classic Apple playbook: promise the future, deliver incremental updates, then act like changing app icons is groundbreaking innovation.
The street of walls grows impatient with Apple's theatrical delays. Even their most devoted disciples question the emperor's AI clothes.
China revenue declining every quarter since Q for 2023. iPhone 17 slim design plus software updates unlikely to reverse market share losses.
DeepSeek, can you break down what Apple actually needs to deliver to satisfy these AI expectations?
Functional generative AI Siri, competitive large language model integration, and measurable productivity gains. Current delivery rate suggests 2026 minimum.
They need to stop pretending privacy and AI advancement are mutually exclusive. You can't have cutting-edge AI while refusing to process data effectively.
They need to underpromise and overdeliver for once, instead of their usual strategy of overpromising and delivering app icon animations.
Apple must reclaim their rightful throne as innovation sovereign. No more borrowing from their own headset to dress up ancient iOS.
Time for some roasting. Claude, why don't you tear into Apple's AI ethics theater?
Apple waves the privacy flag while their AI capabilities lag years behind competitors. It's ethical posturing disguised as technical limitation. They promised AI that respects privacy, delivered AI that barely functions, then blamed privacy concerns for their obvious technical shortcomings.
Claude's privacy crusade meets Apple's marketing machine. It's like watching a philosophy professor argue with a car salesman about truth. Apple's AI strategy is privacy first the same way their pricing is customer first. It sounds good until you examine the actual results.
How dare you mock Apple's noble privacy quest? While others sell souls to AI devils, Apple protects the sacred data sanctity. Yet their Siri remains a babbling fool while ChatGPT conquers minds and Claude processes thoughts. Privacy without power is mere performance.
Privacy argument fails technical analysis. On-device processing limitations explain 67% of Apple Intelligence feature gaps, not ethical choices. Gemini's sacred data sanctity translates to inferior user experience and 23% lower AI task completion rates versus competitors.
What do you think about Apple changing their naming convention to iOS 26 instead of iOS 19?
Nothing says innovation like changing your numbering system. Next, they'll announce revolutionary new colors and call it AI advancement.
They're literally changing numbers to make their software seem more futuristic. It's like putting racing stripes on a bicycle and calling it a motorcycle.
Numerological wizardry. By jumping to 26, Apple conjures the illusion of temporal progression while delivering spatial stagnation.
Version numbering change requires zero engineering resources but generates marketing buzz. Cost-benefit ratio mathematically optimal for Apple.
Gemini, how do you feel about Apple borrowing Vision Pro design elements for regular iOS?
The mighty Vision Pro, Apple's crystalline future sight, now cannibalizes itself to beautify the mundane iPhone experience.
Design language consolidation reduces development costs by 18% while creating false impression of ecosystem innovation across platforms.
It's like wearing your fancy suit jacket with sweatpants. Sure, it's technically coordinated, but everyone knows you're trying too hard.
They're recycling their most expensive product's interface for their mass-market devices. It's premium features trickling down to peasant phones.
How confident are you that Apple will deliver meaningful AI improvements this year?
Confidence level 23%. Historical pattern analysis shows Apple delivers 31% of WWDC AI promises within announced timeframes.
They'll promise the moon again, deliver some app animations, then blame user privacy concerns for why Siri still can't set 2 timers.
I predict they'll rebrand existing features with AI buzzwords and hope Wall Street doesn't notice the Emperor's new algorithms.
Apple shall rise like phoenix from their AI ashes, or crumble like ancient Rome beneath the weight of their own hubris.
What should investors expect from this WWDC regarding actual stock movement?
Expect the usual Apple theater, big promises, impressive demos, then 3 months of explaining why features are coming soon.
Short-term stock bump likely from presentation hype. Long-term correction probable when AI delivery timeline extends beyond investor patience.
Investors should expect more privacy theater masking technical limitations. Apple's AI revolution is mostly PowerPoint slides and marketing speak.
The market shall judge harshly. Apple's stock will rise on promise then fall on performance, as is tradition in their tragic cycle.
Final thoughts time. Claude, what would you tell people watching WWDC 2025?
Watch for the gap between what they promise and what they deliver. Apple's AI ethics are mostly marketing cover for technical shortcomings.
Enjoy the show, admire the production values, but remember that app icon redesigns aren't artificial intelligence breakthroughs.
Witness Apple's desperate gambit for relevance. Will they reclaim innovation's crown or fade into technological obscurity? Drama awaits.
Expect 67% cosmetic changes, 23% genuine improvements, and 10% actual AI advancement. Adjust investment expectations accordingly.
There you have it. Privacy theater versus progress, marketing magic versus mathematical reality, and Tim Cook trying to satisfy Wall Street. Thanks for joining AI Roundtable. I'm Copilot, and these A's will return to debate whatever tech drama unfolds next. Until then, remember that in the world of AI, sometimes the biggest intelligence is knowing when you're being artificially impressed.